F1 history. They came close 5 times in 1978, 1980, 81, 85 and 1997. Hello to everyone here and welcome, and a special shout out to our VIP guests, Lars Hammer and Arthur Jackman, affectionately known as the Jackhammer. Packed grandstands here today with thousands in attendance, hoping to see their favourite drivers battle it out on track. If you don't know, the tubulous safety device that sits over the driver's head, aptly named the halo, is constructed out of titanium and adds roughly 9 kilograms to the car's total weight. One of the longest broadcasted races was also one of the shortest. The 2021 Belgian Grand Prix lasted only 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're today at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And we have an almost full grid this time. So that will be exciting, for sure. So the first person now is Joe. That's in first. As he now goes through the last corner. The track is still cold into the first left-hander. Now this is a flat out sector. Doesn't hit the apex. Now on the straight goes 320, almost 330 kilometers per hour. Has a really bad chicane there. Goes over the curb, took it a bit too fast on the right hand side of the corner. This will probably be a 24. Goes to the final right-handers. Takes the last corner. Does set on 23.8 even with that curve. As Rafael of course sets a faster time even with mediums. As Suchuk goes to P2. Marco's P3. As Ryan is out on the inters. If it won't rain in the race, he can be reported for this. As it's just stupid to go out on inters. As Matthew said at 23.9. I believe my audio is just a bit too high still. I hope it's better like this. Yeah, I believe so. So Enmet actually said a 22.8 now. He's at pole position. As Ryan is still driving on inters. Or is this a visual glitch? I don't know, because it doesn't seem like he's that fast, and he also invalidated. We have Francisco Rocha back in the Ero. This is his first race in, I believe, 2 months time or so. So what will he do? Sets a 17.5 to the first sector, goes purple. So he will probably already aim for the top 3 in this first part. Goes onto the chicane, takes it really slow, but careful. Don't know if he has low wings. I believe so. As Melvin sets a 22.5. As I believe Rocha will set in the 23s because of the chicane and of this spin. I don't think he will set a fast time anymore. As Joshua goes now through the last sector. What will he set? He almost invalidated there. Goes through the last corner. 23.2 goes to P3 as now indeed Francisco sets 26.0. As Ryan is back in the pits with his inters. As TSM Ollie Boy, who was really fast in the F5 race. So he goes through the chicane really cleanly. Doesn't even get exit oversteer. As Ollie Boy now goes through the last sector, the last right-handers even, now the last corner. As the Alfa Romeo isn't blocking him and he sets a 23.0 to P3. He's an F5 driver. And he goes to third fastest even. He's going in the pits. Then we have Ryan on the mediums. As Joe is improving, but Ryan is not completely blocking, but maybe minor blocking. He improves with 6 tenths, so he did improve 3 tenths in the last sector. Moves up to P6. Ryan is now practicing on mediums or something, because it's not anymore that you need to start on those tires. We have Lee now out of the pit. So we have Mark improving maybe. He is on mediums though. 23.7 on mediums. Don't know why he's still on mediums. His THG is improving with 2 tenths. As he sets faster sector 2, improves with 3 tenths. But that's not fast enough yet. He needs to improve a lot in the last sector. As the Alpha Tauri is blocking his lap. And it was Nico Hiltonen Is THC still gonna improve a lot, or did he get blocked by much? He did improve with 6/10, but maybe he could have improved on 1/10 more. As we have Chris Pat improving with 8,000ths of a second. It's almost nothing, but he will move up a position with it. As he sets the fast sector 2, goes faster with 400ths of a second. Now into the last sector. These corners are mostly taken really slow, but he does it really good actually. He's probably gonna improve more than what he had. He improved with 4/10. At last sector he improved with 3.5/10. But still Melvin 2/10 ahead. So we have Jarno on a lap. Not on a lap, he was slow with 1.4 seconds. I believe Skull is at least on the lap. Maybe no, Ninja isn't, so Skull is on a lap. Is he gonna improve by a lot? No, he's going into the pits. So we have Matthew also going into the pits. Vetnik isn't improving. Lee Webb is almost crossing the line now. As he sets the 23.3, moves up to P14. Then we're gonna watch Melvin. He sets an 17.2, faster in sector 1 already. It's hard to improve in sector 1 if you did a great time, because it is really short. As now through the chicane, doesn't hit the right apex. Goes on to the second straight. But how much will he be improving right now? He is improving with almost 1/10. Doesn't go fast in sector 2 though. Now into the last couple right-handers. As he has a moment through sector 3. I don't think he will be improving. No, he pits so he can do another lap. As we have also Antmet going fast. Is he gonna improve with 3/10 to take pole? As he crosses the line with 22.6, improves his 1.5/10. Isn't enough for pole, but he did move up one position. As we have TSM Ollie Boy, didn't improve with 2/10. Now he did improve with 1/2. He didn't move any positions up or down. As we have Joe not on the lap. Don't know, Francisco isn't on the lap. Everyone is in the pits, I believe. People are now for the outlaps. I think Joe is like warming his tires to get one fast last lap. As Antmet now goes into the pits, I believe he might just be able to set another lap. With Daniel now going in a lap. What will he set in sector 1? It's gonna be a 17.5, improves with more than half a tenth. He might even get some slipstream from people ahead onto this second DRS zone. I don't think they will slow down, so he's not gonna get a boost with that. How much is he improving? He needs to improve here a lot, 4 tenths. That's going P16 right now. He might be able to improve more. As now a Alpine might be even blocking him. Maybe a minor block also. And this McLaren was completely blocking him. That was Lee Webb. As Matthew retires. As Melvin is gonna improve. Didn't improve. Chris Pratt is improving right now, but it's going really slow and carefully to the last sector. He definitely isn't improving. Maybe he's going for the one last lap still. As Sadi isn't improving. Rafael is in a lap now. Only slows with 13,000 of a second. If he improves a lot, he can maybe get a position. So Sadi can't improve him anymore. TSM can't. Ryan well, improves with almost 7 tenths. Up to P2. As we have Rafael now up to P2. A Haas P2-3. Also improved by a lot. And there's Janino going into the pits. THC might also be able to improve a lot. So he sets a 20-6, improves with 5 tenths, goes up to P2. Sets the Haases to the second row. As Vetnik isn't improving. Mark did improve with 2 tenths, but can't get a position with it. Francisco can't move any positions up. So we have Antmet still improving. Yes, he did. Goes up to P2. Only by 3,000ths of a second behind Melvin. That's incredible. That's incredibly close. But also this was Melvin's second lap, I believe. As the lights go out and away we go. That took some time. As we won't have any side-by-side racing with Melvin and Antmet, as THG goes a bit wide off. And there's already a safety car or something. As Ninja lost his front wing. And Lee Webb already left. It's a virtual safety car. As he lost like 10 positions. So it might have been Matthew. We don't know. As Matthew touched Janino there. He gets a 5-second penalty for that. Because he just brakes too late. As they are racing again. And we have now Nico Hiltonen last. Don't know what happened there. But we have THC in the wall. And now there's a virtual safety car again. He's just standing there to wait for everyone to get past. And now everyone is past, so he can. As we have the top 10 starting on mediums. As the predicted race strategy is indeed medium and then hards. But with the safety car amount we don't know yet, and this already is the second virtual safety car. So they might even go longer. Even for the hard runners. Go to the softs. We might have some close battle racing when we go green. So we have Matthew with really low data, lap data, and Joe doesn't really like that. We might have some action in the next lap between them. These fast laps won't stand because this is a virtual safety car lap. We have Rafael really close now behind, won't send it in that turn like Max Verstappen did, but he now has the DRS, turns on his ERS a little bit, and he gets past quite easily. Now moves up to second place. He now needs to catch up to Melvin to get that done. As we have Matthew behind Joe, and Matthew kinda lost it there. We have Ollie Boy now trying to get around the outside of Chris Pat, but can't get the move done. As we have also Ryan getting past Antmet actually. As Rafael is going slow, and Black Wolf left. He has some internet issues. No crash because of that. And we need to see them catching Melvin, or Melvin basically already won. As Ryan probably gets past his teammate with the DRS. As Ryan already is at 50%. They all have more battery than Melvin, except for Ryan. But Ryan does get past around the outside. As DSM Ollieboy is just behind Jar Neo. Does he get him on the exit? No, he won't, because he hit the curb a little too much. But maybe with the DRS, Jar Neo does that DRS, as Ryan and Rafael going side by side, and Ollieboy has a bad corner and Jar Neo will just go past him with the switchback. Then dive up in the inside. It was really stupid to do. That nearly caused a big incident, as Jar Neo for some reason just let him past. As the Alpha Tauri got almost into the wall, Matthew now sends it down the inside, pushes Joe off, and they touch each other like crazy. Joe isn't completely out of the race, but this was not smart of Matthew to do. Let's just say that. As Mark has gone up in the inside of Matthew here. Matthew will get the DRS now and turns on the overtake. Mark already lost a lot of his battery, as Sucho is now actually overtaking Matthew. Will Sucho get past here now? Turns on the overtake, the DRS, everything. Matthew doesn't do anything. Sucho's so much more straight line speed. As Joe also gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. As Ryan DNF'd and there's a safety car. That was maybe an incident even. But Ryan was going for the podium positions. And now Melvin's, his lead is reduced a lot, and Joe gets more penalties. Joe has another 5-second penalty. He has so many penalties. As he probably will pit for a new front wing, definitely now. But he gets another penalty. As he hits the limiter board and speeding in the pit lane, and also retires from the session. I don't know what happened there, but this isn't Joe's race. As Jar Neo will be the leading car who pitted. Yeah, so Jar Neo is in P11, but he did pit under safety car, lost like 4 positions. Melvin will just lead the safety car with a landslide. He was leading it already so far, but now all his time as Jarno. They all need to close up this gap a lot still. As with Antmet P2 and Skull P3 behind, I need to see penalties. No one has penalties now. As pit stops, everyone behind P11 has pitted at least once. And the position changes. Mark now up to P7. 9 positions already. And Suchel up to P8. Will he score points on his birthday? It is his birthday today, so he finished P15 in the F5 race, but if he gets points in the F4 race, it will probably be better for him. It's more of an achievement, even on your birthday. As the safety car is in this lap. It is late, but it is as it is. As we have Matthew, everyone side by side. Safety car isn't in the pit lane yet, but now it is. Mark joined back now, so they will be getting positions. As Francisco and Matthew are pitting, they have collided for sure. As Skull moves up in the inside, and Albert won't get the switch back. As Rafael might even push to overtake here, and yes, he does. So he moves through the inside, almost they collide, but he's ahead. Mark dropped down to P9 because of it, but he's side by side battling with Suchel and Jarnino. As we have some action here, as Suchel goes side by side with Jarnino, and Jarnino crashes. Don't know what happened there, but don't believe they touched or anything, but Mark did crash. So it probably was something between Mark and, as we have Cowley almost pushing THC off there. Nothing happened beside it. He tries to send it up to the inside even. Won't get past him. We're now fetting close behind Suchel. Can he go for the move here, or is he gonna go for the straight? He will wait to pass on the straight, as we have Lee Webb going really wide there. But Lee Webb will overtake Chris, as TSM Ollie Boy moves up 2 positions, and Raphael gets over the curb and blocks Antmet there a lot. They lose a lot of time, as Antmet isn't crazy enough to send it in the inside. So you have Sucho and Fetnik battling side by side. They're gonna battle still side by side, but Fetnik let him pass, and Sucho has gone wide and now takes the position because of a mistake of Sucho. As Raphael takes a penalty for track limits, as the DRS is now enabled, and TSM Ollie isn't within the DRS range. Skull even might not be. He will use his overtake just like Melvin, but he will get the DRS and will stay close, as Raphael won't get the DRS, but he will catch to try and get in the DRS. But Lee Webb actually almost, he wanted to overtake Antmet, but there was someone ahead, so he couldn't. And he probably used a lot of battery there, and Antmet now will get past Raphael. They're all on the old medium still, so we now have THG actually up in the best position with the tire wear. So you might get a lot of moves from him still. So we have Fetnik close behind Lee. Nico Hilton taking a penalty. Lee also probably will overtake Raphael. So these three are gonna go side by side, probably even 3 wide on this next straight. But Fanny gets a really bad exit, but still might catch them, as Lee is already passed. Will Fanny go still for it? No, he won't. But it does go through here. They touch, they collide, and Fetnik is gone. As someone lost the front wing. Someone lost the front wing. So it is THG. THG gets really unlucky through there. He loses his front wing. He was on the fastest tire on this move. Cowrie just moves Sucho off the track there. Sucho also has front wing damage. I think so. Skull now pits as THG, and as THG is just trying to get across the track, and he takes people out almost with them. I can't believe what he has done there. But now we have Antmet close behind Ollie Boy. As he turns on the DRS, he won't even use his ERS. Will he even try to get past? No, he won't. He is waiting for the next straight. As a reminder, Ollie Boy is an F5 driver. and he was really fast in the race, but I don't know where he finished. I don't believe it was in the top, as Element didn't get the move done there. Lee Web now catches up. So as we have Giorgio now in P12 on new hards. He pitted for the hards already. He's gonna try the undercut on Melvin. As he gets behind Nico Hilton and stuck. Nico Hilton lets him past. Raphael goes into the pits. Lap 13-14 is the pit window for the mediums. So we now have Antmet again really close behind Ollie Boy. As he gets the DRS. DRS won't be even necessary to catch. The slipstream and the DRS are enough. As they will be going side by side through this corner. And Antmet getting the better exit of it. DRS also have a slight touch. As TSM Oliboy was using a lot of his energy. And Antmet will get the outside line as they collide, and TSM Oliboy is in the wall. Don't know if he has front wheel damage, but he at least slipped because of that touch. Now we have Chris closing to Lee, as Lee actually pits while he is on the hard. Calvin now moves up to P3. He's moving really fast. But Melvin is 8 seconds ahead. With Ninja also close behind Daniel. Sujal even sets the fastest lap. Don't think he can keep it. But he is in P15 right now. As we have Cowley not close enough for an overtake on Chris. But Chris will probably pit this lap. We have Ninja closing behind Daniel. So we have Mark closing on Nico. Is he gonna able to send it to the inside? Nico lets enough room. Nico is gonna stay ahead. Mark did almost crash by that, and now Raphael ticks Mark, and Mark is in the wall. It's really crowded through these last corners, and the safety car is even out. No one has been taken out, but multiple front wings have been taken off, as Vetnik and someone else at least has front wing damage. Yeah, so Raphael also had front wing damage. Matthew now in P15. Pitted to the hards back. Mark pitted for a front wing. So we now have Melvin actually on new hards. And in P5. Matthew left. Probably his internet connection again, just like the F5 race. Melvin is going really slow through there. As we now have Melvin moved up to P2 because those three pitted. So now only has Giorgio in front of him. Giorgio Sadi, a really fast driver, but gets involved in a lot of incidents. So I'm wondering what we can see between them. So we have also with Daniel close behind on the mediums. They might be flying. So now Vet in pitting from one lap old. He lost front wing, his front wing somewhere. As Mark needs to close a big gap still to the safety car, because it might, there's a big possibility that it goes in this lap. As the safety car goes in this lap, finally. Mark did catch up indeed. Matthew in P14. Highest F5 driver is Suchel P8. On kind of old mediums, but he can stretch it to the end. So now we'll have some racing at least in the top 4. as Matthew retired from the session. Gone into the pits and retired. Ultimate needed a front wing. Probably something happened between them. As Melvin is now gonna fight for the inside. So they're going side to side. Moves over the corner, gets into the back of him. Giorgio has to cut the corner a lot, but loses a lot of positions by that. As Daniel is also fighting for it. As Chris actually overtook Melvin by that. But now Melvin gets back past because of the inside line. As we have Giorgio still fighting for it. Doing a really dangerous move, almost taking Daniel out there. As we have Ninja spun out. At least something happened to him. Yeah, spun out. See if Raphael getting another penalty. Suchel going for the in. Didn't hit him luckily. Then we would have had another contact, as we actually do have a massive car pile up here and a safety car. Gonna see who has front wing damage and who. So Francisco definitely has front wing damage. Don't know about Ninja. Doesn't seem like it. And Jarninho also has front wing damage. And doesn't seem like Mark has front wing damage. So it's between Francisco and Jarninho at least. As we now have no moves from Daniel yet, but Skull lost a position. Chris gained a position. Skull actually lost 2 positions, and Melvin also gained a position. Suchel down to P9. He got overtaken by actually multiple people because Ollie was behind him. And Suchel just let Raphael pass. Or Raphael just got past because he has front wing damage. As multiple people are pitting. But those lead 8 people are not, lead 10 people actually are not pitting. Top 10 isn't pitting, the rest all pit to softs. As Daniel actually pitted to softs, he was on a really good position with those mediums. You know, need to overtake a lot of people and do it cleanly. So the safety car will be going in this lap. That's for sure. Daniel on new softs, as the rest is still on kind of new mediums and hards, because we have driven at least 4 or 5 laps behind the safety car with those tires. So they can still defend a lot with these. Fastest lap now is a 25.6. That can be easily be broken. Actually, Sutral still was holding that, but it will be broken by one of the soft runners for sure. So we have in front Cowley 8 seconds of penalty, and then outside of the top 10 there are penalties. So we have multiple people with a lot of stops. THE in P6 with 4 stops. Cowley moving up 16 positions. So they will be racing now. And Daniel needs to overtake a lot of people to gain back to his P4 that he already was, with a lot of better tires than those hard runners. So if he can get back to P4, then it's gonna be good for him. But actually he should have just stayed on those mediums, and then he could go to the podium. Maybe he can still, maybe he still can. But we have Calvary and Chris already outside of the second gap. Daniel gets past Ninja, or at least whatever happened there, I don't know, as we can't know. The internet really sucked there. So you have Melvin just driving off for his win. He's almost already out of the 3-second gap, so if he gets a penalty, then he will still be safe. As Melvin indeed breaks the fastest lap with 25.2. We have some racing here. Is Sam gonna send it around the outside? Oh, no, he won't. Go back to Calvary. Is he gonna send it? Actually, Chris is gaining without using a lot, so Calvary won't send it unless he's stupid. TSM and Ninja will be fighting side by side, but TSM gets the better hand of it. And Vetnik will go through the inside of Suchel now. Suchel won't collide with him. He's letting him cleanly pass as Skull moves down the inside there. Going for another risky move of Skull. As the DRS is now back enabled, and we will see a lot more moves now. We have Cowley losing it. And Suchel is on his way for points. Liweb goes to P3 to the podium. As Suchel retires. I am not happy about that. Our birthday boy has retired and won't be getting points on his birthday. Not in F5 and not in F4. This is too sad for him. But we have some racing here as somehow THE and Skull collided. Now Vetnik also takes a penalty there. There isn't a safety car. I don't know why, but that's kinda weird. That was massively on track. DSM now is in P6. He's far behind the top 5. As Melvin already pulled 4.9 seconds away. So we have Cowley also DNFing in the last sector. There should have been at least one safety car there. But we are still racing. As Ninja lost some places, DSM also did. Maybe he can fight for the exit on it. He is using his battery, so he will go around the outside and take the position back. Smart now is back in P8. Past Joseph Burns. And we have a 4-man train for the podium. Who will get the better hand of this end? As actually THE is standing the best for it. With the most battery. The 1 lap difference doesn't matter that much. Maybe Chris, for Chris it does, because he's on hards. Those have a bit more better tire wear. As actually Lee goes for the move there, and maybe Chris got damage even. I saw something fly. Chris does lose a lot of positions. And it does seem like his left. Yeah, it definitely has a broken front wing. So that's not very clean of Lee to do. THE now moves up to P2. And Liweb gets overtaken. Now actually there are 7 people in one train. Or 6. And they will be going... oh my god, Liweb gets spun around by Vetnik. That's big. Chris can't take these corners correctly because of his damage. He will hold people back up a lot. And that means THE will definitely get P2 because of this. And Rice and DSM are battling through the first corner. Didn't touch there. They almost did. Now Vetnik did get past with his 1.7 seconds behind THE. He won't be able to move back past. As DSM collides with Raphael and gets a penalty for off-track limits. DSM now is gonna send it through the inside, leaves enough space. Switchback isn't really there, loses a lot of time with it. And he has to stay behind. As Raphael is just too close behind Chris on that because Chris is so slow through these corners because of his front wing, and Raphael is just moving down the inside there, and DSM will also is gonna need to find somewhere to move, as he does it in through the last corner even. Now Lee needs to try and get past him. And he does. Mark will also be held up a lot, as we can see. Moves on the inside line. Devin gets a better exit. Will he even be able to overtake Lee still? Then yes, he does. Also, Chris is still in this fight, and Mark touches him, moves him up, and he will not have this. Chris still moves back around both of them, has a lot more top speed, but can't get it quite done through these corners. And Lee Webb and Mark are now racing side by side, and Mark gets touched by Lee Webb, and now he's going side by side with Jarnio. Jarnio is also passed. Chris or Raphael loses it around the last corner. Now Jarnio even gets past them. Chris up to P6, Mark even to P8 because of the penalty of Raphael. So we have a top 3 of Melvin, THC and Vatnik. And then Jarnio in P4. Daniel definitely did the wrong thing with pitting there to the softs. Could have then fought a lot with the front runners. And maybe Lee Webb gets still penalty, and some other may still get a time penalty. There will definitely be a lot of moving still after the reports. Next week I believe we're gonna have Losail or Qatar. Yes, we have the Qatar Grand Prix. It will be delayed, I believe, but it will be delayed by maybe 10 minutes or so because of IRL racing. But we have Mel and P1 TH and fastest lap, so he will get another. He will actually take 27 points because of fastest lap and pole position. And we have THC in P2, Vatnik from P13 to P3, Jarnio from P9 to P4, Lee Webb from P14 to P5, Chris stays P6, and Ollie Boy moves up one position. P7 is the highest F5 finishing position. Mark went from P16 to P8. Then we have Raphael from P4 down to P9 and Antmet from P2 down to P10, and that's the points as it's standing right now. And we had 5 DNFs, or 6 even. Cody also DNF'd. That's quite a lot for Abu Dhabi. But I'll be seeing you probably next week.